Hi everybody, this is SAAD for the SAAD Truth. Some of you may remember a clip that I did a while ago wherein I used the no true Scotsman fallacy with regard to specific individuals in Islam who are referred to as not true Muslims by members of the Club of Apologia. This apologia has now gone into steroid mode, whereby every time that some individual of that faith commits an act in the name of the faith, then someone will point to some behavior that the individual in question has done, which would not be in line with the teachings of the faith. So, for example, if the person drank alcohol, well, then how could he have been a true Muslim if he drank alcohol? This is, profoundly idiotic and disingenuous on so many levels that it's difficult to imagine that a person with an actual functioning brain could make such a point. And so one can only believe that it is made in a duplicitous manner. So let's take, for example, all Jews who eat pork. So when we're doing the census of all Jews globally, we should only count the ones who adhere to the 613 commandments as true Jews, while the rest are some sort of heathen non-Jews. Or if we are talking about the 1.6 billion Muslims that supposedly that constitutes the current population, the global population of Muslims, then anybody who's ever touched alcohol, or anybody who might have violated or yet to carry out any of the edicts of the religion, then wouldn't be a true Muslim. And so we should alter the census numbers. Or any Catholic who has engaged in premarital sex or has used a condom or any form of contraception is not really a Catholic. It is so profoundly idiotic that it actually attacks one's sense of rationality. It's difficult to imagine that this is possible. But let's take this argument to a discussion of the doctrines of the stupidity. So take, for example, in Catholicism, if you commit earthly sins, there's a mechanism by which you can be absolved of those sins, right? So that's the confessional. And so you go in and there's a specific set of words that you say at the start of your confession, and then the priest who is listening to your confession absolves you of those sins through a process of penance. And therefore, by you going for that confessional, wherein you've violated edicts of Catholic teachings, he doesn't say, oh, but you're not really a Catholic. You committed adultery, therefore why are you coming to see me? You're no true Catholic. Rather, there's a mechanism by which the person, the sinner, could be absolved of his earthly sins. And so now if we take this exact idea to the gentlemen who are committing these acts of global genocidal mayhem, well, the fact that they are, quote, bad Muslims, right? They go to strip bars and they engage possibly in gay sex and they've drank alcohol, doesn't make them fake Muslims. Rather, it makes them human beings who at times don't adhere to their religious faiths. Now, the fact that they then engage in this act of jihad, there are clear ways by which one can argue from a doctrinal perspective that that act of jihad is precisely the mechanism by which you're then absolved of your sins. So it's not that because you drank alcohol and then you've committed this act, that means you're no true Muslim. Rather, it's precisely because you've drank alcohol and fornicated and had anonymous gay sex that then you could commit this act and be absolved of your sins. So on every possible level, the idiocy exhibited by this type of apologia is false, right? I don't put on my tefillin every day. I'm not a fake Jew. I do eat shrimps. I'm not a fake Jew. I am a Jew who happens to have not adhered to all of the commandments that are prescribed in my religion. So from the perspective, again, of a religious lens, I'm simply not perfect, and I don't adhere to that which the great Lord wants me to do. So there you have it, folks. I hope you're having a good weekend. Talk to you soon. Cheers.